Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are new here, my name is Maria, and yeah, you're welcome if you are new to the channel. If you are a returning subscriber, just want to say thank you for literally just staying with me and just bearing with my inconsistency of recent. I know guys, I've been inconsistent of recent, but thank God I'm back with another video by his grace. And I'm actually starting a new series which I felt led to do on emotional healing. Yes. So I'm quite excited to just speak about this topic and just share a few things that I've been learning in this season, and just sharing things that I've experienced myself as well, and just praying that it will bless somebody else, that it will help someone else. One thing that we all have in common when it comes to this topic is that we all come to a point on our journey where we come face to face with the process of emotional healing. We all get to that point literally where we're kind of having to make that decision and be like, okay, am I going to be intentional about my healing? Am I going to be intentional about going about being healed? And especially when we get to adulthood, it's one of those things where we actually have to intentionally take that decision, take that step ourselves. Because one thing that is true is that I can't go on that journey of healing for you, right? You can't go on that journey of healing for me. So only us as individuals can actually take that decision and walk out that walk ourselves. So I wanted to speak about in today's video a few reasons why healing is important, emotional healing, a few reasons why we should all just kind of get to that point of saying that, okay, I want to be intentional about going on this journey to be healed. And I just, yeah, kind of just hope we'll just journey this together, go on this journey together, walk together, literally. And yeah, just come to that place of knowledge, come to that place of actually realizing the things that maybe we need to heal from, and obviously calling out to God for his help to heal us from those things. And I just hope that as I share in today's video the reasons why we need to be healed, the reasons why healing is so important, I hope that it will encourage someone to start their healing journey. So I think it was last year or the year before, 2020 or 2019, and I was reading a book from Esther N. Jacob, so I will basically put the link below, and it's called It's Time to Heal. And I really do hope that, yeah, everyone kind of just gets to that place where they realize that, do you know what, it's time to heal. So guys, it'll just be like a conversation, and you guys know what to do. Make sure you put in the comment section below things that you also think are key reasons why we need to go on that journey of healing. And yeah, I'm excited to read them as always. So you guys know of the saying that they say, hurt people hurt others, right? And I remember when I was younger, and I used to literally think that this saying was people literally going around purposely hurting other people. So let's say, for example, someone's hurt, right? And they basically, so okay, there's one aspect in which we know that this is definitely true. So I remember growing up and I remember hearing that a lot of guys, for example, may become guys that just intentionally hurt females, right? Because they've been hurt by a female. So let's say they get hurt and then they go and hurt a female, and then now that female's hurt, so she now goes and hurts another male, and it's just like a cycle that goes round where literally hurt people are hurting other people. And that's kind of the definition of hurt people hurt other people that I had grown up. I was just like, rah. So people are literally intentionally going around hurting other people. And yeah, I guess from young I just kind of always said I don't want to be that person to intentionally hurt somebody else. So as I've obviously grown up, I've now been exposed to another level of that definition. So another level of hurt people hurt other people, in which literally people who are hurting other people but not doing it intentionally. So you know when they say that they don't even know that they're hurting someone else, like you don't even know that you're hurting someone else, but because you're hurt, naturally you're just hurting someone else. And it's just so sad, literally, it's so sad. And it's kind of like, you know, when someone's got a cut, right, and they're bleeding, that cut is bleeding, wherever they go, if that cut is still bleeding, it's going to be bleeding on everywhere they go. So if they go and they're sitting down with someone, that blood is going to be dripping on that other person. And that's kind of how it is when it comes to when we're not healed. We're literally going around hurting other people, not even knowing it sometimes. And then it's just like a cycle of hurting people, hurting other people, hurting other people. Everyone just hurt. So it kind of did make me think that, okay, cool, we know that hurt people hurt other people, whether that's intentionally or not. So it then made me realize that, okay, healed people heal other people, right? And I feel like we don't quite talk about the healed people healing other people enough, because constantly our focus or constantly our attention or what we see is hurt people hurting other people. So, okay, I guess the first reason why it's important for us to kind of heal is so that we don't hurt other people, like plain and simple. So that we don't hurt other people, so that we don't bleed on other people, so that we don't put our own brokenness on other people. So yeah, so that's, I guess, one thing that I kind of experienced at a point on my journey where I was just literally associated with someone who was broken, and without knowing it, it's like I started to take on some of that brokenness. It was like I was starting to take on some of what they were dealing with without even knowing it. And I know it sounds crazy, because it's like, how can you be dealing with what someone else is dealing with when you're not that person? But naturally it happens. And I got to a point where I was like, do you know what? I'm actually hurting, and I can actually go and associate myself with other people and then hurt those people, whether it's intentional or not. And I said, no, I'm not going to go and allow that cycle to continue. Yes, someone might have hurt me, but that doesn't mean I now have to go and hurt somebody else, right? So I had to be intentional about my healing, and I'll put the video up where I kind of spoke about that a little bit, when God kind of just took me through my healing journey to heal me from that hurt. So as they say, hurt people hurt other people, and then I'm kind of just adding to that, healed people healed other people. So that's another reason why I guess it's important for us to heal. So especially when it comes to relationships, I think, and obviously you guys know I talk about relationships on this channel, as well as obviously faith, which is the key foundation of the channel. But I feel like sometimes we actually don't realize it. And I remember when I was younger, right, I used to always see, I had a few friends at the time, you know, loved them. And I just remember I used to always see them like go from one relationship to another, to another, to another. And it was like maybe a space of a week, right? They broke up with one person, and next thing you know, they're in another relationship. And in all honesty, I couldn't understand it. Like, I just used to be like, why are you jumping in? Like, I can't lie, because I was young as well, I just kind of felt like, sis is just getting man, or man is just, you know? And I was just there like, yo, like, where's the man at? But I didn't realize that it's actually important for us to be alone, especially after coming out of a situationship, coming out of a relationship. That is important for us to take that time to heal. Now, that's probably going to be a whole nother video on its own, talking about healing after coming out of a relationship, or healing before starting to date again. But it's so important. And do you know what? It's not even like we don't realize it. I genuinely feel like we realize it. And even my friend, when I was younger, she probably knew that she shouldn't really just be jumping into another relationship straight away. But as humans, I guess that's just a natural thing that we tend to do. We just go on to the next. We go on to the next. And you know how they say that you need to, I think they say get under someone, or basically in order to get over someone, you need to go with someone else, and then it will kind of take your focus and attention away from that other person. Yeah, it's just a no. Yeah, so as I was saying anyway, healed people heal people. And I guess my desire, my prayer is that we become healed. My prayer is that we become healed, and that there's more of us who are healed, so that we can heal other people. And again, it goes back to what I was saying about hurt people hurt other people. So naturally, when somebody is healed, they naturally heal other people, because it reflects in the words that we say. So, you know, when you're hurt, yeah, like for example, if I'm hurt, I'll probably just come and talk from a broken place. I'll probably come and talk from a place of negativity, bitterness, right? But when I'm healed by the grace of God, I'll be able to talk from a place of healing. I'll be able to talk from a place of health. I'll be able to talk from a place of wisdom, right? And I guess that's one key thing that I'm learning, that healing is attractive. Healing is underrated. We need to be healed so that we can have more healthy conversations. And you guys know on this channel, I like to try and bring healthy conversations to the forefront, so that we can just talk about things that maybe is not spoken about in society, not spoken about in the church, so that we can literally come to that place of health. There's a saying that says that there are people waiting on the other side of your obedience. And as I was kind of thinking about that saying, I started to realize that, wow, there are people waiting on the other side of your healing. There are people waiting on the other side of your healing, literally. People waiting on the other side of you going on that journey, going through that process, and just saying that I'm going to actually go through this journey and let God heal me. I know some people in the world will say that, oh yeah, heal yourself, use this substance, use this thing, and do this and that. And sometimes, well, not even sometimes, the majority of the time, those things basically make things worse and make people think that they are healed when they truly are not. So yeah, I'll definitely encourage you guys to listen to the video that I spoke on, kind of like a bit of my healing journey and how it kind of all started, and how, man, it was not easy. And the one thing I've had to learn is that healing is not a one-day thing. I know that sometimes we want to just literally wake up and the next day we're healed. Like, I wish I wish we could just sleep and wake up and next day we're healed. But healing is a process. For some people it's more shorter than others, and sometimes, obviously, depending on how deep that wound is, might depend on how long it takes us to heal. So I'm going to share a bit of an analogy in another video that I'll be doing that kind of was dropped in my spirit the other day, just to kind of explain, or just to share that process of healing and why sometimes it feels so difficult. But even as it feels so painful and difficult, that is part of the healing. It's part of the healing process. So literally, there are people waiting on the other side of your healing. And one thing I'm really big on is that we all have a purpose. We've all been created for something, right? We've all been given some sort of God-given purpose to walk out on earth. But a lot of the time, we actually can't walk out that purpose because we're allowing our pain to define us. We're allowing literally brokenness to define us. And we're saying that that is us. And the reality is that that is not us. That is not you. Your brokenness, your pain, your shame, like your guilt, all the things that you might have dealt with in the past, whether it was by your own fault or maybe it was something beyond your control, it's not who you are. And that's why, another reason why healing is so important, because when we're in that place of pain, when we're in that place of not being healed, we start to take on that as our identity. We start to allow those things that are not truly who we are to be our identity. And then it then kind of puts a blindfold on our eyes onto what our true identity is. So I'm excited for this series. This is just literally an introduction to this series, guys. It's going to be a conversation. It's going to be literally us just being real, being transparent, just being open, and literally us walking on this journey together, and us literally pulling off all those things, allowing our eyes to be open to those things that are not our identity, which have maybe become our identity because of our pain. And by the grace of God, I pray that as we go through this journey together, that God will bring that power of healing, because I truly believe that healing comes from God. We have to play our part in the process, but I do believe that healing comes from God. So a few things just to remind us of. Healing takes time. Healing is a process. It's not an overnight thing. It's not something that happens instantaneously, but it's something that we literally have to take that step, one step at a time, in order to get to that place where we are whole. And I've always said that, you know, when it comes to healing, to be honest, I do truly believe that we can be whole, but I also do believe that we shouldn't necessarily see it as a destination, that we should just see it as a journey, and we're going on that journey, and we're literally walking on that journey in faith. Someone needs to hear your testimony. And a lot of the times when we hear people's testimonies of them being healed or overcoming certain things, they had to go on that journey, and you were blessed by their testimony. So someone else needs to hear your testimony as well, because that's literally your witness. That's literally you proving to people that healing is possible, healing is real. So I'm excited for this journey, guys, and I hope that you guys will join me in this new series. Share with whoever you think might need this series. If you guys haven't already, then please do make sure you like, share and subscribe. And I do hope to see you guys in my next video. Until next time, peace out and God bless.
He gets the victory. I gets the victory.